Whether it's groceries, rent, utilities, or fuel, many Albertans are asking the same question. How did life get this expensive? The fact is there isn't a single cause. Costs are high thanks to a combination of global, national, and provincial factors that have all come together at once. Beginning July 1st, nearly 3.4 million Albertans will be eligible to receive $100 new Alberta energy rebate. The energy rebate will tax dollars collected over elevated energy prices back in the hands of Albertans to help with the cost of fuel and other household needs. Rather than relying on retailers to pass on the fuel tax relief, this approach will ensure elevated oil revenues deliver real benefits to Albertans, benefits that don't disappear at the pumps. This rebate replaces the fuel tax relief program, which temporarily paused all or part of the 13-cent per litre provincial fuel tax when oil prices reaches a certain threshold. When the federal government suspended its 10 cents a litre fuel excise tax earlier this year, those savings were seemingly erased at the pumps within days and before Albertans could actually feel any relief. In practical terms, the energy rebate gives Albertans real returns now on the higher oil prices already seen in the previous months, delivering families, we estimate, over 50% more than the fuel tax relief program was projected to provide over the next 3 months. So whether the priority is groceries, bills, rent, or fuel, the energy rebate ensures flexible support, with guaranteed support for every eligible Albertan, driver or not.
When we heard $100, the reaction on our group chat was, that's not enough to fill up my car, and it's about a half a tank in an F-150. So why do you think this is enough to take some of the pressure off Albertans, and how do you think they're going to view this?
Well, I think the thing to keep in mind is the average Albertan uses 2,000 litres of gas a year, and so they would have paid on average $65 in taxes over the past quarter. So this is going to be a $100 rebate, and so it's $35 more than they would have got with the fuel tax program. As you may know, the fuel tax we have legislation in place to give a rebate that's equivalent to what the fuel tax would be, which is about $350 million. And so we wanted to make sure that it would go to be a meaningful amount and go to as many people as possible.
Albertans are paying among the highest utilities costs in the country, as well as the highest cost for insurance. Those are things that the minister mentioned. Why not do something to address that instead of buying Albertans half a tank of gas? I mean, you said this was a meaningful amount. Do you really think a half a tank of gas is meaningful to Albertans?
Well, I think people were asking us for a 13-cent a litre reprieve, and we did the calculation that the families would get more money by doing it this way, and they've already paid the money, so we're rebating it back to them. That's the principle behind this program. And I dispute your characterization, I think, of utility bills. When we came in, it was 32 cents a kilowatt hour on electricity. We've got the floating rate down to 3 to 4 cents, and we've locked in the rate of last resort at 12 cents. So we've seen a massive reduction there. We also advocated, along with the federal Conservative leader, to get rid of the retail carbon tax. That took 17 cents a litre off the price of gas, and it also made sure that home heating bills didn't have an extra $4 per gigajoule on it. That was another massive decrease. We also had Calgary levying the local access fees on the spiked prices, and we said you can't do that anymore because it just increased the amount of taxes that were being charged. They got windfall revenues of about $200 million per year. Well, we stopped that too. So, and then when it comes to insurance, we've already put a rate cap in the last couple of years to make sure that good drivers do not see rates that are increased beyond inflation. And then as we move into the new program with the Care First model, we're anticipating to see another average reduction of $350 to $400, and that'll start in January. So yeah, we identified the issues and we worked through them one by one to solve them. Each issue requires a different approach. This particular issue was, do we save people 13 cents a litre on a go forward, or $65, or do we give them $100 based on what they've already paid today? And we made a decision that people need the money now based on the fact that the prices have been so high in the past.